Okay, so I have this wonderful picture of Ellen that I opened on Photoshop that I took from the internet, and I want to make a new document, file new, and it's Campos standard, 8.5 by 11, 300 resolution, transparent background, beautiful. Press OK. I'm using the move tool to move Ellen onto my new page. Make this bigger, taking her all the way to the top. And edit, transform, scale, because I want to make that picture a bit bigger. Press shift and drag until she takes up most of the page. I'm moving her over. And I like the way that looks, so I'm pressing enter to save those changes. Then I'm going to image, adjustments, threshold, pressing that, and I'm moving the slider so that I have more details, more contrast, so that I know it's Ellen. Kind of like the way that looks, so I'm pressing OK. And then I'm going back to my layers, which is right here, and I'm making a new layer for my text, getting the text tool, and I'm writing, like we previously discussed in another class, all those positive words for Ellen. So she's funny. And let me zoom in so you can see the words that I'm typing. She's funny, generous, humanitarian. She's a comedian, an activist. And let me take her image off so I can actually see what I'm typing. So I'm making that invisible for right now. She is a talk show host. She's strong. And I like these words. Pressing space, copying, selecting all, copy, paste, pasting a couple times. And to paste, I can just click Control V. And now I'm selecting all, copying and pasting that big chunk of words until I'm all the way down the paper. And I want a 9-point type for this. I want type that is sort of small. And you can select any font that you like. Right now I want to justify my type, so I'm going into character, so window, and then character, paragraph, justify type, so it's all aligned. Then I want my Ellen picture back, and I want to make the text invisible for right now because I want to select all the black areas in her face. I'm on the wrong layer, so edit, deselect. So I want the layer with her face. I'm selecting the black. Select similar. Select similar. So it selects all the black areas. Then I'm going back to my text layer. Make that visible again. And I'm going into layer. And then down to layer mask. Reveal selection. So now my words, if I make the picture of Ellen invisible, my words go into those black areas, which is kind of nice. Now I want to make the text invisible, so that I go back to the Ellen layer. I'm going to zoom out. I'm taking my polygonal lasso tool, and I am selecting areas around Ellen's face. and I'm just clicking every so often to have anchor points. I'm going to say her shirt comes around there, even though it kind of disappeared. Go up again. And actually, before I do that, step backward. I'm sorry. Go make another layer, and we're grabbing the type tool, and we're putting in all the negative words and obstacles that Ellen has had to overcome. So I'm choosing words like, and let me make this a different color, maybe red type, kind of a softer red. Zooming in, 9-point type. Again, any font you would like to use. I'm going to say sexism, discrimination, rejection, bullying, just to name a few. And I'm copying these words over and over. Now that I have a nice chunk, I'm selecting all, copy. Let me zoom out just to see where I am. Couple more. Okay, so that's good. Now I want to justify that type. Okay, so it's all aligned, beautiful. Now I want a new layer. I'm sorry, I want to go back to the layer with Ellen's picture, so I'm going to make this invisible for now again. Go back to the layer with Ellen's image. Pressing my polygonal lasso. Selecting areas around Ellen's face. Clicking every so often to create anchor points. And I want to add this to the selection, this area here, and that area there. And remember to add to selection. So now I'm going back to those negative words, making that visible, then going to layer, mask, reveal selection. So now those negative words are in the background. I'm going to take those positive words, make that visible, and make the layer with Ellen's picture go away. Now we see Ellen. And I kind of want the Ellen blue for her face, so I'm going back to her picture, and I'm picking the area within her face, and then select similar, So all those white areas are selected. Getting that Ellen blue. Getting my paint bucket tool. Next, I can just go in for fill, foreground color, which is that Ellen blue. And it's a little bit dark, so I'm changing the opacity so it can be a little bit lighter. And I'm making the words visible, deselecting. And actually, I don't like the way that looks, so I can get rid of that layer. Make it that way a little bit more, so maybe I just want it in the black. So select black, select similar, go to edit, fill with the foreground color, blue. Deselect, maybe that blue's a little too strong, change the opacity. So now I have that Ellen blue in the background a little bit. And now we have Ellen with all her words. So I'm going to save this, save as. You can save it as a TIFF and then a JPEG. I'm going to save it as a JPEG for now. LND. And save as a JPEG. I'm going to say OK, and we're done with our Ellen image. Using thresholds, different layers, and the selection tools, magic wand and the polygonal lasso.